Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sretan Petak, happy Friday. I am Sarah of Expat in Croatia, and this is 5 Question Friday. Every Friday at 5 o'clock Croatia time, answer 5 questions from people who have sent them in from Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, LinkedIn, expatinCroatia.com, our consulting sessions, and people who ask them here in person in Split. Yes, how about 10? Okay, so hi, welcome. Okay, so this is the final episode of 5 Question Friday, and because of that, we wanted to do something extra big, which is why we threw this party here in Split. And we know that not everyone can be here with us today, so thank you for everyone who is tuning in live, because we have people that watch this quirky little show from all over the world, which is the coolest thing ever. People who are not going to live in Croatia ever, but this connects them to Croatia, and that's a really, really big deal. It's also a really big deal that there are so many people here, and so many people who came from other parts of Croatia to be here today to celebrate with us. So I promise I will try not to cry like the whole time. but no promises. So I want to let you know what's going on today, like kind of what this is going to look like. So we do have 6 questions today because I couldn't pick just 5. And thankfully that's a decision that I'm allowed to make. So we have 6 amazing questions. Some of the people who are asking these questions are here today. A couple of them at the very last minute had emergencies and they could not be here, but that didn't seem like a reason not to have their questions answered, because the questions we're doing today are really special. We're not talking about health insurance. We are not talking about MUP. Yes, we are not talking about citizenship, renting an apartment, none of that. We are going to talk about some real things, real questions that I'm so thrilled to answer, and our colleagues are going to help answer those today. So to all of the fans out there and to all of the fans here, thank you so much for being here. If you are stumbling across us for the very first time, hi. Let me introduce myself. I am Sarah. I am a Croatia superfan, and along with my wonderful colleagues back here, we help connect people to Croatia, help people love Croatia, and help people live in Croatia.
Earthquake.
Yes, that happens sometimes. So for the last 5 years, we've answered questions about Croatia every Friday at 5 o'clock Croatia time, and today is our last episode, and it's also the 200th episode, which is absolutely mind-boggling that that is the case. So we're going out in style, so let's get started, shall we? Okay, so after we do the questions, we're going to talk a little bit about what comes next, and I'll tell you what 5 Question Friday means to me. That's probably when I'll cry. So, Toito, let's go ahead and get started. So, I'm so excited for the first person who's going to be answering a question today. This is Kent. This is your mic, Kent.
Okay, I'm just going to hold it.
Yes, that absolutely. There's no other thing to do with it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've memorized my question.
Oh. Wow.
I need to do my vocal warm-up.
I'm so glad you're here today. You and I have known each other for a long time now.
Yes.
Yes. And we met because of Expat in Croatia.
Absolutely.
Yes.
You're important helping us figure things out. Very important.
Yeah, years ago I met your wife at Roots Cafe that no longer exists anymore. Shout out to Catherine. Where's Catherine? Hi. And yeah, we've been friends ever since. So
Yeah.
I'm so. Can I brag about you for a little bit, make you uncomfortable?
Oh, please don't.
I gotta say, like, I have one of the. Okay. You've all watched me before. And one of my causes is I think that Croatia is a great place to open up a business. I feel very strongly about this. And I have made a lot of speeches about that. And very often I talk about this man when I do so, because he is an example of someone with no Croatian heritage that came here and opened up a successful business and now has how many locations?
We opened our 5th location on Tuesday in Šibenik.
So this is the man behind Brooklyn Bagel. So if you had... Yeah.
Wow, that was orchestrated.
It was not. That was not planned at all. No. So yeah, exactly. So I had to give you props for that because it's been so impressive to see how you have grown that business over the years, and I just cannot applaud you enough.
Well, I encourage everyone else to try.
Yes, I bet you do. So, okay, without further ado, you have a question to ask today.
Yes. Sarah, I'm wondering, what are the biggest day-to-day changes you've experienced in Croatia since you first moved here?
There have been a few. So, first of all, my first cafe bar that I frequented on Gian got shut down because it was illegal. And then my second favorite coffee shop that was on Firulek got shut down because it was illegal. And then in the supermarket, like, it's been cool because I've seen, like, the first time we got stuff. So, like, the first time we got iceberg lettuce and I made wedge salad for, like, a week. And the first time we got Oreos, because before you could only get them at Mueller and now you can get them everywhere. And when Heinz ketchup arrived, that was a big deal. And seeing kind of the slow expansion of the Asian food section in the supermarkets. But I gotta say, the one that was the most startling for me was the bus system here in Split. So... way back in the day, the first time I took a bus trip from Mertojak, for those of you who are living here, there was a hole in the bottom of the bus, and you could see the road, and you just had to walk around it. And the last couple of years, I haven't taken the bus as much because I finally got a car, and I went on the bus for some reason last year, and all of a sudden I heard English, like, announcing the stops, and I just was, like, really thrown by that because not only did there used to be a hole in the floor of the bus, but also there were no bus schedules. They had, like, just the times that it arrived at one end of the line, so you had to calculate in your head, like, okay, well, it leaves the end of the line at this point, and I think maybe that's going to be about 15 to 20 minutes before it gets to where I am, and you didn't know where any of the stops were when you're just moving here, and so that was just, like, really startling to see the evolution of the buses now. So, yeah. Do you feel like there's any... Because you've been here a while now.
Well, my example, we touched on food, is, like, when we first moved here, if you saw celery, we bought some celery and then made whatever dishes you had that used celery. And then that was it. And then, of course, you remember to write down where you found celery. So you didn't know where to go back to look. But there are a lot of foods, and since Schengen as well, fruits is getting a lot fresher. We no longer get the red peppers that you better use in the next 3 hours because they're just about to die.
Yeah, totally. Actually, it makes me think of cheddar cheese.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Yeah, right.
That was Interspar in a mall might have.
Kaufland was the first.
Okay.
Yeah, Kaufland was the first, and they only had the big things, and it was a big coup because you had to go there on the day that they restocked it. Otherwise, you were completely out of luck for several months.
So that mac and cheese, that was on the menu when we found cheddar cheese.
Yeah, totally. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much.
Well, I want to say congratulations. You're awesome. You're doing a great job.
Thank you so much for being here.
And congratulations for making it this far and for providing so much useful information for everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bravo. Okay.
All right.
Next
all right. So the next person is Elizabeth Panza. There you are. Come on up. So here you go. You just speak into that little hole there.
Okay, thank you.
I also want to bring Cam up.
That's me.
So for those of you who do not know Cam, although I don't know who doesn't know Cam at this point, Cam is one of our consultants, and she came down from Team North today.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
We got up bright and early, but not too early, right, ladies? It wasn't too early.
So Elizabeth has a wonderful question. If you wouldn't mind taking one step to your left, so that way we can all see.
Oh, yes, there's. Yes.
I do not memorize my question.
That's okay.
I wouldn't have memorized the question.
I didn't memorize the entire agenda for today, so it's all right. So please, tell us, where are you from?
I'm originally from Michigan, United States. I live in Dubrovnik about 14 years. My husband is originally from Split.
Awesome.
Yes. And
Thank you
it's
so much for being
it's
here.
so great to be here. Thank you for doing this.
You are one of the names that I recognize on the RSVP list, that I have seen your name so many times over the years, and it is such a treat to meet you today.
I've been following you from day one. Yes.
Cool. It is so cool.
I know. I have to say, it's like closing of a book, but opening of a new book. It's sad. She's gonna cry. Yes.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry. That's not my question. I'm sorry.
That's really beautiful.
So in that way, my question to you guys was, what experiences or memories would you take if, by any chance, you had to leave Croatia long term?
You go first. And you can cry, I guess.
No, not yet. Not yet. I'm saving it up.
All right.
Cam and I were talking about this question yesterday. Immediately her reaction was, "That's so sad."
I didn't mean to be.
Oh no, not at all. Just the idea, of having to leave Croatia, which for me would be very devastating. But that's just the reality. I think that a lot of people who are here or are out there that are following, they may end up only being here for a year, either by choice or because there is no other choice but to leave. So I think it's what is it that they take away from Croatia and take with them into the next place that they're at? And do they then share that with others who then share it with other people? How does that work? So what I was thinking is, I would probably take away with me the priority on quality of life, for sure. Living in America, that was not... That was not about it, and I didn't really completely understand it until I came here. And I saw the example of Croatians and Splitčani who take it to a whole new level. And that, I can't ever get rid of that now. That's just part of me. Long coffees, I will never not do that ever again. In terms of experiences that I will always remember, I mean, there's so many. Anytime I'm outside of my house, I'm with people, I'm in nature, I'm looking at the sea, I'm having a memory that I can't shake. But there's one instance in particular that I would love to share that I think about very often. So it was some years ago now, maybe about 5, and it was with someone who at the time was a new friend, who now has become an old friend, a Croatian friend. We were hiking on Marion Hill, and we were sitting on this big boulder looking out at the sea and the islands. And she told me she educated me on this phrase that I had never heard before, which was, I hope I don't stumble over it because my Croatian's bad when 50 people are staring at me, but "Tko to more platit?" That I just love. And if you simply translate it, it would be priceless. If you literally translate it, it's who can pay for this? And what she explained to me is this is just looking out at the sea, looking at the islands, having this big forested hill behind us. She was trying to communicate that this is just so magnificent. How on earth is this free? Someone has to pay for this, and that has stuck with me, and is something I probably think about on a monthly basis since being here, because even though it's been 13 years since I've been here, it never gets old, and I still have moments like that are just stick with me. I'm just in disbelief that I get to be here, and I know it's a privilege, and I'm really grateful for it, but it just, every day I'm thankful for being here.
Would you have done anything different with the hindsight you have now?
Bought property. Yes. Cam,
Yes.
may I take this from you?
Oh, do I really need this?
Yes. So now we're going to bring you over here.
So I was thinking about this more. I have to sit after we were talking about this. And I actually have to take your question one generation back and answer it on behalf of my parents and my grandparents. Because what they took when they had to leave was love of Croatian culture, love of language. I'm going to start crying. Love of the land and the food and the traditions and the costumes. And then they had to instill that into another generation growing up completely outside of it. And after the war, my grandfather sold everything he owned in Canada. And he's like, well, I get to come back now. And then all of that they took with them made me who I am and brought me right back to where I belonged. And so it came full circle in only one generation. It just took one. So I answered on behalf of my dad, who's passed away, and my grandfather, and my mom, and my aunt, who are also here, returned. And I'm so thankful to them for bringing us back and bringing all of that with them to Canada, and being so, they treasured it. And so I got to come back. And so that's my happy thing. What a wonderful question. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Do I get to go now too? Do we go?
Yeah, you can join.
Do we leave you?
No, you can go.
Okay. We're going to go have more to drink.
Okay. Whew. So next is Hunter. So Hunter is.
Hi, internet family.
Oh yeah. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Speaking of that little hole.
I'm about to cry because that was so beautiful.
It wasn't it?
Yeah.
So Hunter and I have been communicating for how long?
Oh, man, I think 8 years, but really 5 years. Like when I moved here 5 years ago.
Yeah, it's been a while, and I got to meet Hunter for the first time at the culture lecture I did at the library last fall.
Yeah.
Thank you, darling.
Thank you.
And that was so cool.
It was amazing.
I was.
Yeah. You, Sarah, you've changed my life. I want you to know that single-handedly. You allowed me to move here. You helped me learn the ropes, and to be with the love of my life, who's Croatian. So I'm married to a Croatian, and so if it wasn't for you, that would not be possible. I feel like. And so it's a great honor and pleasure to be with you on this milestone day, and to be a part of 5 Question Friday, the last 5 Question Friday.
You're really testing me with this. Thank you so much for being here. I'm really glad that you're here too.
I am too.
Yeah, for sure. Whew. Okay, so
Yes.
you've got a question.
I do. I'm not as I'm camera shy, and so I wrote it down.
Well, that's fine.
But do you have a pre-question to my question?
Where are you from?
I'm from Boston, Massachusetts.
Boston?
Boston.
That's what I want to hear.
Park the car in Harvard Yard.
Yes!
Do you miss anything about Boston?
No. I don't.
Fair.
Yeah. It's a pretty good place here, so I'm happy here.
I'm gonna agree with you there.
Yeah.
You said a bunch of heavy stuff, and now we're going into a pretty heavy question. So.
I'm sorry. I mean, following up with someone who just made me cry, so yeah.
All right. Well, we're gonna try and get this through this together. Okay.
All right. Okay.
Okay. All right. So hit me.
All right. So my question for you is, what are the emotional and identity shifts that happen when you live in Croatia long term, especially as someone who never feels fully Croatian, but also no longer feels fully from where they're from? And I've been struggling with this, so I'm looking for your advice, your comments, your feelings.
I don't know that I'm going to give you something that is going to solve this for you because honestly, I struggle with it myself.
Yeah.
I think that the way that you put it is accurate because I'll never be Croatian, but I don't feel American either.
No. Yeah, same.
And in recent years, I just don't know which bucket I'm supposed to go into.
Yeah.
And I've had some friends who have 5 passports, and I'm like, you don't need to be in any bucket. I'm like, I've got 1 passport. But as foreigners, we're often asked, where are we from? And this is a question I think about a lot because, okay, where am I from? Well, I'm from Texas, but I haven't lived there in 20 years. Okay? And at some point in the not too distant future, I will have lived in Croatia longer than I lived in the place where I was born and raised. So can I ever say I'm from Croatia?
Yeah.
Because it feels like I'm doing something wrong if I do that because it implies I'm Croatian, but it's technically I'm coming from Croatia. This is where I've made my life.
Your life, yeah.
Yeah, so it's very odd. I think that maybe maybe the people I've talked to about it are right, and you don't need to be one thing or the other, because none of us are one thing or the other. Just like Croatia, we're a big gray area.
So true.
We're a lot of different things, but I do know this, that I definitely don't feel American, and when I go to the United States, I have a bit of a culture shock because I can't really identify anymore. There are a lot of things that don't make sense to me, that I can't really compute, because now I'm looking at the world with this lens of the way that a lot of Croatians look at it, because I've heard it so many times over the years. And there's even things that I thought were just so bonkers, insane, that Croatians do, and the way they look at things. And now I'm like convinced.
Yeah, you're convinced.
I'm convinced, and now they all make sense.
Yeah.
Now I have the klima on with the windows open. How did that happen? I mean, honestly. So I don't know. There's not one answer. It is something that I straddle with, but I think it really comes down to just accepting who you are,
absolutely,
doing what makes you happy, living in the place that makes you happy, and taking those little bits. Okay, this is in the moment. This is how I rationalize it. Is like, okay, there are little pieces of me that are Texan. Mm-hmm. There are little pieces of me that are American. There are little pieces of me that are Croatian. But there's also little pieces of me from all the people who are from other places that are not any of those places, you know, that I've taken from all the experiences and people I've met over the years. So we're not one thing or the other. We're just a combination of a bunch of experiences we've had over the years.
It's true.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you.
You're amazing.
Oh, you're amazing.
I cannot wait what you do next. It's going to be amazing.
Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, all right. So this next question I'm excited about, because the whole team is going to answer it with me. Sadly, so this is from Bob. Bob was here, and his friend's flight got changed abruptly, and now he's picking up his friend. He'll be back later, but he couldn't be here to ask the question in person. But that didn't seem like a reason for us not to share this question with you guys, because I think it's a pretty fun one. So the team's all back here. So I'm just going to have them come up one by one and answer the question. So Bob's question is, what is the best kept secret in Croatia? All right? So first, Maria. I don't know why I'm... There you go.
Thank you. Hello.
This is Maria. This is our editor-in-chief. And Maria has been with Expat in Croatia for more than 6 years. Wow. She was the very first employee.
Feels like more.
That sounds like a bad thing.
It doesn't sound like that.
It has certainly been a roller coaster, and in the early years, it was a miracle that you stayed with me through the ups and downs. But I'm just so grateful I've gotten to work with you these last 6 years. Really, truly. So Maria is from Hrvatsko Zagorje. I will not try and say the name of your village because I always get it wrong.
Bregovčina.
Yes. So what do you think is the best kept secret in Croatia?
Okay, so that was like such a hard question. I didn't even know what to say, what to answer. What would that be? But actually I got two ideas. First, I would say both of them are like quite interesting. So did you know that Croatia has a volcano?
What?
So that's like, what? But yeah, actually it's not active, and it is located in Lepoglava, which is, I would say, in Hrvatsko Zagorje as well. Mm-hmm. So that's a quite, let's say, fun fact. So if you want to visit it, or visit some village that you didn't visit before, just go there and see something different. And the other thing would be, Croatia also has a desert. It's in Istria.
Really?
Yeah, it's in Istria. It also has some, I would say, dunes, so you can walk there. Ooh. It's a small one. It's not like a, let's say, real desert, but it looks like that. And I think it's next to Opertal. And okay, I did a lot of research on these two topics, but I'm too excited to remember all these details, so I will stop here. So I hope that's interesting
works.
enough.
It is, and I kind of feel ashamed a little bit because you mentioned that it's near. I will butcher the name of this town, but
Obertal.
Obertal, yeah, because that is literally my favorite place in Istria. Is that village and So how long is the desert this whole time? What's my problem?
I don't know. I live here my whole life. I didn't know that until 2 years ago.
Well, now everyone
that's
here
cool.
knows that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Bye, guys.
Can I have that back? So next, I'd love to bring up Valentina. Valentina just joined us. She's a copywriter. Yay! So, take that. What do you think is the best kept secret?
Well, I knew that it has to be something that you can Google. So the first thing that came to mind were the little gardens and parks that are tucked away inside the blocks of buildings in various cities. I don't know if you've ever seen one, but you don't get to see those unless you're invited, unless there's a cafe or a friend there waiting for you. So I would say the same thing about any backyard with a really tall fence. Or those old German-style houses that we have all over a continent that just have these great doors that we also sometimes call Haustor, and we have a band of the same name. So anything behind closed doors would be my choice, because the best kept secret in Croatia are Croatians, probably.
Absolutely.
So, yeah. And also, I will use this opportunity to say that this magazine, Kako, that's being sold inside this space, accidentally, I didn't know that, is also a very well-kept secret in Croatia. It's one of the best print magazine you can get in Croatia, so give it a look. If you read Croatian, of course. But they have English versions of their magazines too, so give it a shot.
Thank you. So next will be Mariana, who is the newest member of Expat in Croatia. Mariana is going to be one of our new consultants. Yes, and we've been talking with her about joining the team for like 2 years now. So she finally got to join us, and I'm so excited about it. Here you go.
Thank you. Congratulations.
And look at this fabulous dress. I mean,
I got the memo.
yes.
I'm kidding. How do you do this? Like, really, like my heart is just in action. Okay. So mine, when I was thinking about this, yes, there are tons of beautiful places. And then I thought of something that meant a lot to me. I moved here about almost 4 years ago, and I live in Makarska. And one of the best kept secrets for me is Croatian kindness. And when I say that specifically, my experience is the Croatian kindness in cafes, in pekaras, and any place that I walked in and said, I'm short like a few cents or a quarter Canadian. And without fail, the answer was always, nema problema, platit ćeš sutra. No problem, you can pay tomorrow. And they're not holding you to it. And that means a lot, and that's meant a lot to me. It's not something to take advantage of. I don't. But it's that reminder to me that this is, you're not just a customer, you're family, that's how I feel.
Part of the community.
Part of the community, yes. That's it. That's my thing.
That's wonderful. Thank you so much. Let's bring Cam back up here.
Spilled my vino on my dress. That's why I wear dark, because I'm a big old klutz. That's why anybody who's watched the few episodes that I had the honor of doing that you gave to me, which were a gift, a very nerve-wracking gift, I might say.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you. You know how Sarah takes the camera? She's like, I'm just going to gently, I was like, there is no gentle. I'm a bull in a china shop, and I would never. Anyways.
I don't know how gentle I am. Honestly, whenever I see the replay, the camera's always like this. It's like, the horizon looks like I'm drunk. But do the best we can.
So I was thinking about this all night. I didn't send. We were supposed to send it to make sure we didn't double up. And then Valentina went and she said, well, generally the Croatian people, which was sort of, I was like, it's the people. It's not a thing. It's not a place. It's the people. But then I was like, I got to get more specific than that.
Yeah.
It's a selo tambura party, people. So anybody who knows anything about me, folklore, all the time folklore. It's a gift. And tambura is the traditional Croatian instrument that we play, and I come from a long line of tambura parties. I grew up in them. And a tambura party on the village, when the tamburashi come and they take the big bass out of the car and they're walking through the property and they're playing and they're singing and you hear them, and then everybody just gathers, and it's magical, and it's 4-part harmony, and everybody knows the words, and they're old songs, and they're phenomenal. And I had a friend here. I brought her to Croatia, and she was like, how does everybody know the words and what part to sing? And I'm like, that's
Just comes from the heart?
yeah, that's what it is. That's the hidden gem.
That's a pretty
my
good
answer.
one. No,
Yeah.
I was on Kaprie last year, which is a tiny speck of an island near Šibenik that doesn't have cars on it. And there's like 2 kafiches there. And one of them had a sign that said tambura, 8 o'clock. And I was like, yes! And then a dumb storm came through, and they rescheduled it for the next day after I left. And I was like, what? So, yeah.
Awesome. I did take you not to tambura party, but I took you to your first Lado performance.
You did?
Yes, that was very magical.
It was very magical.
In an atrium in the museum of Zagreb City Museum. So
Yeah.
I will put that on this. If you can watch a concert in the Zagreb atrium, also a hidden gem.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Magical, right?
Really beautiful.
Yeah.
It was a summer night, and it was
was.
cool, and the sun went down. It was
It
lovely.
was magical.
It
We
was.
could have fallen in love.
You and me?
No, but we could have.
We already are.
I know.
Thank you, Kim.
You're welcome. Next victim, please.
I think that's it. I think that's it, actually. Oh, yeah.
Don't we?
No. That's all right. No one has to answer if they don't want to.
No pressure.
No.
We don't make people do things here.
We are all about consent.
Yes, we are.
Yes. I just wanted to quickly tell you what I thought. I had 2, and I'll be quick about it. But one is the Brza Cesta. So that is the fast road that they used to take between Split and Zagreb before they built the highway. And whenever I'm driving on the highway between Split and Zagreb, I'm just like, I just want to get there already. I'm just like speeding like a maniac. It's not enjoyable at all. But when I take the Brza Cesta, it's so nice and lovely, and you see the landscape and geography just changes dramatically. Within like 20, 30 minutes, you're in something different, and you see all these parts of Croatia you never otherwise would have seen. You can stop for a coffee, like a few times, and there's good restaurants along the way. It's just, I put my windows down, I listen to music, and it's so much more enjoyable and relaxing, and you get to explore parts of Croatia that you never otherwise would have seen. Yes, sir.
I first lived in Zagreb 25 years ago. I drove to Split 25 years ago. It was horrible then. There was no autocester. So thank God it's there.
Oh, for sure.
Right for you.
Yes.
I came from Dubrovnik on the Magistraya. It was so heavenly because it was empty, especially after Ploče and the start of the autocester.
No, you're out. To your
Now
point,
it's great. In the
yeah,
past,
now it
it
is
was
great.
not.
Now it is great because there, between Split and Plitvice, there are stretches where you'll be completely by yourself. It's so magical. Now, unless they close the pass at Sveti Rock, and then all hell breaks loose. But if it's a sunny day and you got 6 hours to kill, it is absolutely the most beautiful way to get between the 2 places. So that is what I think. All right. So our next question is from Alexi, who I think had an emergency. Yes, Neve? He's here? Alexi, you're here! Oh, wonderful. Hi. It's very nice to meet you. Thank you for coming. So you just speak into that little spot right there?
I don't need to press anything.
No, you don't. It just works automatically. So tell us, where are you from?
I'm from Ukraine. I'm here in Croatia for like 2.5 years.
Yeah? How do you like it?
Yeah, it's good.
All right.
Weather, beaches, yeah, everything's
Oh,
perfect.
beaches are lovely. Yeah, absolutely. I'm so glad you submitted a question today because it's a really good one. Oh wait, maybe actually, Cam, you are on this one too. Yeah, you are. Okay.
They're telling me that you're very soft spoken. Here's your question. Yeah.
If you need it. Yes. So tell us, what's your question today?
My question is, what is one local habit or mindset that still doesn't make sense to you, but you've learned to respect it anyway?
Oh yeah. Can I go first?
Oh yeah. May I share this with her?
I have a lot to say about this one.
All right, I'm going to switch places with you and give you the floor.
As a polite Canadian, the most shocking to this day is how, especially at certain bureaucratic locations, the inert reaction is to just be angry and mean about it all. And then so there's like the volcano erupts. And then the lava it can be warm and kind. So it's like the anger and like the very bluntness of everybody for a Canadian who like, okay, I am a loudmouth, but I'm pretty polite. So the not politeness at the beginning is probably the most shocking thing for me because my feelings get hurt. And then they're nice to me, and I say to my husband, I'm like, well, couldn't they have just like started with the nice? Like, why did they have to be mean at the beginning?
Because they haven't had a cigarette break yet.
Well, this is it. But I mean, listen, then don't go at 11, go at 7:30. But even at 7:30, it still starts off rough. Croatians can be rough around the edges, right? It's like a yezh, right? You step on the edge.
The hedgehog.
Yeah, no, like
a hedgehog.
No, it is. You're right.
Oh,
the morsky one.
Yes,
sea urchin.
Yes.
Yes.
Hedgehog of the sea.
Hedgehog of the sea. I like that. That's my answer, and I'm still not over it. Like
scars.
But I mean, yeah, I'm still not over it. So that's. Pardon? We don't have that in Zagreb.
So what's the excuse?
They're just prickly on the outside and then soft on the inside. I don't know. What's the excuse? Kaya znam.
All right, that's a good one. So I have a couple.
No.
Yes. To be honest, there were, I said this in, I think maybe the first, that's not.
You don't need to.
Oh yeah, I don't need that. Yeah.
You got that one.
Yeah, I got that. I mentioned when I was answering the first question, I think it was, that there's kind of a lot of things that I thought were absolutely nuts at the beginning, and I just couldn't, I just thought they were so silly, like rakia cures everything.
But that's true.
No, I know, now I believe it. Now I believe it, but then I didn't believe it, that kind of thing.
Did you see how we pounced?
Yeah.
That's the prickly too. It's coming out in all of us now.
Goodness gracious. We're going to have a mutiny soon. But I would have to say that the couple of things that still have not quite convinced me is the dressing for the calendar rather than the weather.
Yeah.
So this is kind of insane to me. I still think it's insane, but I respect it now because I've just had too many times where it's like 25 degrees outside in March and I'm dressing like it's 25 degrees and I go to meet my friend on a coffee and before I even sit down, they look at me and say, "Are you cold?" Like, no, I'm a grown woman who knows how to dress herself and it's 25 degrees outside. But you know what? They wore me down, and now I make sure. Yeah, I know. Now I make sure I have a jacket everywhere with me between November 1st and May 1st. I really take into consideration what I wear when I meet certain people because they can't even focus on having a conversation because they're so distracted by how cold you must be. And that just is insane. And I have this memory from maybe, 2015, 2016. We had this crazy heat wave in March, and it was 30. And so an American friend of mine and I went down to Jinan, and we went sunbathing. And that was back when there still were cafe bars on Jinan. And we are in bathing suits on the beach getting a tan, just like boiling. And behind us is a cafe bar full of Croatians in big puffer jackets. Yes. And they're looking at us like we're insane.
And you're looking at them like they're insane.
Yeah, like, what are you doing?
No, it's, yeah.
You're sweating why? Why? Okay, so that, and then also ketchup on pizza.
Yeah. Oh.
But it's not even the ketchup on the pizza that bothers me. It's that, like, if you want to get, like, pommes frites, french fries or something, they give you this little thing of ketchup like this. And most of the time they want to charge you for it, but you go to pizzeria and they put a whole bottle on the table for free. Maybe in a couple of years I'll change my tune about that.
How do you say vrhnja in English?
Cream.
Sour cream. How do you feel about sour cream on pizza, Sarah?
I mean, I haven't had it. It doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but it doesn't upset me like ketchup.
Okay.
So, yeah.
No, you can have it on all the pizzas, Valentina.
Sarah, I agree.
Thank you, Hunter. I had a feeling you would. Alexi, is there anything about the Croatian mindset that has bugged you since you've been here?
I'm not sure. It's kind of Balkan mentality is a little bit equal to Ukrainian one, so it's not like such a big culture shock.
You get it. All right.
Kind of.
Well, thank you so much for your question.
Thank you for answering.
Thank you for being here. Okay. So, yes, ma'am. This is our last question today. And this was the person that had the emergency who couldn't come here today, but her question was so wonderful, we had to answer it. So this is from Lata. So hi, Lata. I wish you could be here today. Thank you so much for your question and for following us for so long. She says, I don't look like a Croatian. So even if I try to speak Croatian, people will first ask me, where are you from? I know they're just curious, but do you think you'll ever be seen as one of the Croatians? Whew. No. No, it is the simple answer. I mean, I think I've been here a really long time, and I've done everything I can to assimilate, to try and give back to the community by creating this entity, this thing that has had a life of its own, to try and spread the word about everything that's wonderful about Croatia and being honest about the things that are challenging, you know. But in the end, it's about supporting Croatia. So I think that in my experience, most of the Croatians I meet have seen that, and I've done my best with the language, but you know, I've talked a lot about how much I have struggled with that despite my best efforts. And language is the biggest way to unlock kind of the experiences of Croatians and create those connections with Croatians, and so that they really see you as part of the community. So I think even though that has been a struggle, even all the efforts that I do make, they really get noticed, because Croatians, any amount that you say, they're going to be happy with, you know. Because of all those things, I've been lucky that I have a lot of Croatian friends that will call me Croatian, which is weird, and it's so nice when they say that, even though I know it's not true. But like, it's really beautiful. And I have one dear Croatian friend I've had for the last 6 years, and anytime we're in a group of Croatians, he'll always refer to me as Nasha, like she's one of ours. And that, you know, always kind of makes me well up inside, you know. So even though I'm not Croatian, I never will be, I do strongly feel that I'm part of the community, and there are lots of Croatians who want me here. And that's a really, really nice feeling for which I'm grateful. This last question, I have one more person who's going to answer something. So Maria. Yes?
You covered everything.
So how on earth could we do this question without having a Croatian tell you how she feels? So what do you think about foreigners being looked at as Croatians?
Yeah, I think you actually covered everything, because she said it all. I would say that in the end, you do not have to feel or want to be a Croatian. You just need to be a human. So I would say that's the answer, because Croatians are kind, we are warm people, and if you do that, if you're just being you, I think that we will accept you pretty fast. So I think you've already done that.
I think that you're absolutely right about that. There's nothing a Croatian hates more than a fake person. Or someone who's trying to pretend they're something that they're not, or someone who's bragging about what they have, or someone who acts entitled, or who wants to turn Croatia into something that it's not, or tries to make it like wherever they came from. So if you are here, just love Croatia, accept it for what it is, do as much as you can to put good stuff out into the world, into the country, help other people, act the way that Croatians would, which is lending a helping hand even if no one has asked you to, even if it's a stranger. And you'll be part of the community in no time.
Just be warm.
Yes. Thank you so much, Maria.
Thank you.
So those are our questions today, guys. We've officially answered the last question ever on this show. I know. Before we go, there's a few things I want to say. So first, this party was arranged by two people that I want to recognize. Our colleagues Tamara and Neve. Where is Neve? Neve's here. So please. They made this whole thing happen with the promotion and the guest list and the beautiful food and the drinks, and Lucian back here who's been helping us out. Yeah. And they really made it such a breeze, because I have been a basket case about putting this together, and they really made it so easy. So thank you so much. I want to thank our team. So while you have predominantly seen me for most of these 200 episodes, it's not just been me. There are a lot of people who contribute to it, some of whom are here today, some of whom were with Expat in Croatia before and are not here today, and I want to thank them as well. But there's a lot that goes into this. There's coordination of gathering the questions, which has been done by Steve and Lorena and Terry, all people who I very much wish were here, but they couldn't be here today. Research has been done by so many people, Cam and Valentina and Daniela and Morella and Andrea from back in the day. And Neve has been promoting 5 Question Friday. Tamara has also helped us with research and the lawyers, which I will talk about in a moment, but they have also helped us fact check some information. And so this has really been a team effort from the very beginning. And I just want to thank, and Maria. Maria is the one who first was doing research for 5 Question Friday. I could not forget that at all. So please, please, please help me thank the entire team of Expat in Croatia. So the last people that I want to thank is the lawyers that we work with. Now, some of them are here today. Some of them traveled from Zagreb and Rijeka to be here today, and they're more behind-the-scenes people, so I'm not going to drag them up here and expose them. But there's no way that I could thank everybody without thanking them. And their contribution has not just been with helping us answer questions for this, but they've helped us vet all of our content on our website. They've helped many of our audience out there in this room, actually, and out there who are watching, and they've been instrumental in making sure that everything we tell you is right, that it's correct and accurate, because there is so much nonsense out there, and it is really hard to get answers out of the government, and they have helped us do that for the last 6 years. And so I'm just so proud that they are colleagues with us, that they have been here to support us this entire time. So to the anonymous folks behind me, please help me thank all of them. lastly, I just want to, here it comes. Okay. This has been such a big deal for me. Oh gosh. Okay, I'm going to try and do this. Whew. Oh my gosh. This is an overwhelming moment. When I started doing this 5 years ago, I was a person who hid. I didn't want anyone to look at me. But I knew that I got some really good advice from one of my friends who's here today that if Expat in Croatia was really going to take off, that it couldn't be anonymous, and for a long time it was. And so I knew I had to put a face on it, and unfortunately that face was going to have to be mine. And I never wanted attention. I never wanted anyone looking at me. I never wanted my photo taken. Like, even in rooms where I knew people, it just made me nervous to have any attention on myself. And so it took a lot to talk myself into doing something like this. But I wanted to be able to connect with all of you on a weekly basis. I wanted to do something for Croatia. I wanted to get the information out there and find a way for myself, selfishly, find a way to be myself in front of others. And over the last 5 years, I've figured out what my personality is by doing this. It's given me self-confidence. It's made me really become the person I am today. So this is more than answering the questions. It's connecting with all of you, some of who you become friends, and also becoming my own friend, I guess, is something I want to say. And that's been a really big deal for me. So thank you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting us. Thank you for coming today, traversing from all over the country. Thank you for watching at home at 5 p.m. or 10 a.m. or 3 o'clock in the morning, wherever you are. And I'm just so grateful that all of you are here. And even though this is the last episode that we're doing of this show, that doesn't mean that I'm going away or we're going away. It's not a goodbye. We'll see you later in another form. So what comes next is we're still going to be answering your questions. We're here always to support you anytime, but we're going to have a new series called EIC Q&A, and we'll just post those in our feed. So we'll still be answering questions no matter what, and we're never going to leave your side. We're always going to be your advocate. So to make your life in Croatia as seamless and headache-free as possible. So I think that's everything I wanted to say, but I don't know. Yes? Okay, yeah, that's it. So thank you, everyone. I'm going to have a heart attack now in the back room. And we're going to have lots of rakia now. So thank you. Yes, right? Yes.
Rakia cures everything.
Yes, it does. So thank you so much for being here. This is Sarah. I am signing off now. So vidimo se, ciao, and yeah, see you later. Bye. Thank you so much for being here.